All right, Miss Jones, you've had your fun. You signed an agreement. You have to testify against this man or risk an immediate return to prison.
Actually, I don't have to testify. I did some research, and a wife doesn't have to testify against her husband.
You and Matt are married?
We sure are.
That's impossible. You were only gone for that short recess.
It doesn't take long to say I do, especially with the Justice of Peace in the same building.
Matt, is this true? Did you get married?
I did.
Now, since I won't be testifying against Matt and there are no other witnesses of his alleged killing of Lisa Niles, I assume you'll be dropping all murder charges against my husband?
Thank you, Judge.
So what kind of game?
No game. No game. Maxie is now Mrs. Matthew Hunter.
I'm going to move to see to it that you are disbarred for this ridiculous stunt.
I had nothing to do with this.
Quan had nothing to do with this. Matt and I are in love and seized an opportunity.
You never hold up in court.
Actually, according to this book, it will. I stayed up all night in my cell studying. You know, you always said I'd be a good student once I found a subject that interested me.
Words are coming out of your mouth. I still don't know what you...
Mac, is all this legal?
I'm not a lawyer, but this wouldn't be the first case to fall apart because of spousal privilege.
No, if there's no witness, there's no case.
I am loath to admit this, but I must agree. Even though Miss Jones...
Mrs. Hunter.
She signed the agreement to testify as a single woman. But now, as Dr. Hunter's wife, she can't be compelled to testify against her husband.
Will she have to go back to prison?
Her release stands.
And what about my brother?
We won't be moving forward with murder charges at this point.
Well, then I guess we're all done here.
I want to tell you something. I'm going to do everything in my power to see to it that both of you and this fraudulent marriage are exposed. And I will see to it that Lisa Niles' murderer is made to pay for his crime. And as for you, Mrs. Hunter, I'll make sure you pay for your part in this charade as well.
And my little dog, too?
Nice bit of legal maneuvering, Mrs. Hunter.
What can I say? You do what you gotta do for the people you love.
I'll let Alexis know. I'm sure she'll be pleased with the outcome. Congratulations to both of you.
Free. God, I'm really free. We both are.
For now, the DA may make you pay for covering up for Matt.
Why? What we did is perfectly legal. They can't do that.
And when the statute of limitations is up for Dr. Niles' murder, then you can have the marriage voided, so...
Why would we do that?
And there is no statute of limitations on murder.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't premeditated, so for a lesser charge of homicide, I'm sure there are some statutes...
Sorry, if Maxie wants to guarantee that she'll never have to testify against Matt, they'll have to stay married forever.
Can I borrow the broom?
Yeah, by all means.
Congratulations. You became free. And not free. In all of 30 minutes.
Please try to be happy for me.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this once and then we're gonna just drop it. Do you think marrying Maxie is the best way to solve this problem?
There is so much that I'm not sure of right now. I don't remember killing Lisa. I mean, Maxie says she saw I did, but honestly, I have no recollection of it.
So is that a yes or a no?
I know I can do a lot of good in this world. And not just for my patients, but for my brother. For my niece. And I love Maxie. I mean, everything that she went through, everything she did for me, how could you not?
Point taken.
Man, I just got my life back. And I'll make every second of it count.
Please understand, I didn't have a choice.
You could have kept your part of the bargain. You could have told the truth as to what you witnessed. Trusted Matt's attorneys to argue the mitigating factors of his inebriation and the threat of Dr. Niles. That was a choice.
I did what I had to do.
Maxie, please. Wait. There's something I have to say.
What do you want?
Please, just think about what you're doing.
I did think about it. That's why it worked.
Maxie, you don't have to marry Matt if you don't want to.
Why wouldn't I want to? He's everything a woman could want in a husband.
A liar and a murderer?
A good man whose life shouldn't be ruined because he put a psychopath out of everyone's misery. Besides, I love Matt.
No, you think you're supposed to love him. There's a difference.
Why wouldn't we get married?
I think I, above anyone, have a pretty good idea of your misgivings for the marriage state. Maxie, your fear that marriage is the beginning of the end for any relationship. Your desire to fulfill the success of your career above everything else. Marriage was something way down the line, if ever.
I just moved up the timetable.
Yeah, from maybe never to hurry before the hearing starts. Do you remember the troubles that you and Matt had? The lack of trust?
I trust him now.
Okay, well, what about his inability, his refusal to commit in any real... I just don't want you to be unhappy.
No, Spinelli, you don't want me to be happy with someone who isn't you.
If I believe for a second that you and Matt Hunter could build a life together, I would wish you well. And hold my peace, but he is not up to the task.
And you are?
Your happiness is all I've ever wanted. And it is all I will ever want. Do you remember at our non-wedding when we professed our love for one another and we vowed that we would have a real wedding one day? I hang on to hope for that. Because you deserve a real wedding. A beautiful gown, flowers, music, dancing. And a husband who loves you. Who will always be true to you.
Excuse me, Spinelli. My husband and I have some celebrating to do.
Commissioner? Felicia? Surely you agree that this marriage can only be detrimental to Maxie, right? Is there anything that you can do to convince her to mistake?
I don't know if it's a mistake, but you know she's not going to listen to me.
Commissioner?
Look, you said it yourself, Spinelli. The more I object, the more stubborn she gets.
Yeah, but she could never be happy with him.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know how you feel about Maxie, but this marriage is a done deal.
Done deal or not, you don't approve of what Maxie did, do you?
You know, I'm glad to have Maxie out of Pentonville under any circumstances. And I don't wish any harm to Matt. But I don't think he's anywhere near good enough for Maxie. Besides, I ran the Lisa Niles investigation.
Maxie and Robin were suspects.
I was worried that one of them could have done it. But once I realized my girls were innocent, I just wanted to do my job and bring the killer to justice. But I was police commissioner then. Now, I guess it really shouldn't matter so much anymore.
First you lose your job, and then our Maxie is set free. Hell of a day.
Hell of a day. Hell of a day.
Do you want to have a drink? It'll be like old times.
Sure. Why not?
What Matt and Maxie are doing is wrong, right? I mean, marriage is sacred. You of all people should know that.
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to be. But who am I to judge how Matt and Maxie got here?
No, on the contrary, your marriage with Dr. Robin makes you well qualified to offer comment.
Look, Spinelli, if I never thought that I'd be married to one person and be happy. If they find an ounce of the happiness that I had, then I'm sorry, they got my blessing. Maxie, congratulations.
Thank you, Patrick.
Okay.
Hey, let's get out of here. I mean, right now, the only thing I want to do is take a shower without 10 other women with names like Tiny and Kino.
Anything you want, Mrs. Hunter?
Let's go home.
Your place or mine?
Ours, whichever that may be.